Let me take you back to the National Results Operations Center that's in Pretoria, where we find eNCA's Masego Ratlaga. Masego, I believe you are on standby with the ANC's Jessie Duarte. I wonder if she'll be able to respond to Herman Mashaba saying that they've been calling him, well, they tried to talk to him, and he says that call will never come, even in 300 years.
Well, of course, Silas, that is the reason why we asked the DSG to please be on standby for us to obviously pose those questions to her. But that press briefing happening not so long ago, and there is Action SA sitting there. Definitely, some of what they've described is against the ANC, and it looks like it will be more favorable for the DA and likely the EFF as well. But let me go straight to the DSG of the ANC, Jessie Duarte. Thank you very much for speaking to us, ma'am. Now, what's your response to Action SA's Herman Mashaba saying that the ANC has already approached him informally for a coalition?
I am not sure of that. At my level, and I am the most senior administrator in the ANC, I don't know about it. What I am aware of is that our coalition team, led by Jeff Gadebe, is still meeting. They will report, and they have not had a mandate to talk to anyone. They will report to our NWC Extended on Friday, and once that happens, we'll start formally opening talks with people. So I'm not saying he's not right, I just don't know about it.
Will the ANC be trying to negotiate with Action SA?
I do not know. Our process is very formal. We will discuss globally what is in the best interest of the voters and the people on the ground, and after that we will make decisions. We don't have any decision right now that I can communicate with you. Even if I want to, I don't have any, and it would be completely fallacious to mislead you and the public. I'm not prepared to do that.
But when you look at the metro like Johannesburg, for instance, it does look like, I know we're not done with the counting, but it does look like the ANC will need a coalition in metros such as that. And Action SA...
We will need coalitions, ma'am, but I want to repeat, I do not have an answer for you today. And even if you're going to squeeze my last drop of blood out of my body, the National Executive Committee Extended NWC will only sit on Friday, and then we will communicate with you.
Okay, let me ask you this question then. How do you feel about the fact that most political parties who are becoming kingmakers are saying no to a coalition with the ANC?
That's their choice and their right.
And you're not going to try and swing them?
It's their choice and their right. We will talk on Friday and we will see which direction to go. As you can see on the board, we control quite a lot of municipalities. So we too are a kingmaker. And it is a difficult posture to take when you are claiming to be a Democrat. When you make a decision, when you say things like that, I would be cautious. Yeah. Okay.
Is the ANC nervous at all about Gauteng in particular in the metros here? Are you not concerned about what you're seeing so far?
Well, everybody must be concerned. We are. We naturally are concerned, not just about Gauteng, about a few other metros. We're waiting for the last 25% to be counted. We're hoping, that it would improve. But if it doesn't, we're not saying we will not talk to people. What we are not able to tell you now is who and what that will look like. And I honestly am not one of those people who's going to put out guesswork and start using the media as a negotiating platform. I think not so good to do that. We will talk on Friday. We will discuss amongst ourselves what's in the best interest of the people on the ground. Once we have had that discussion, we will come back to you without hesitation and give you our views.
Are you low-key saying, DSG, that the Action SA leaders are using the incorrect platform to negotiate?
I'm not low-key anything. Please don't put words into my mouth.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking the question, DSG.
Putting anything, I'm speaking for the ANC. The ANC is not going to talk to you. We will talk directly to people that we choose to do.
I was asking the question, Jessie, because I don't want to take questions out of your mouth. So sometimes we ask questions for clarity.
Ma'am, I'm giving you very clear. I can't be clearer than I am at the moment. On Friday, the Extended National Working Committee, which is effectively the NEC, will sit. We will receive a report from our provinces together with the team we've put together to look at what we will do with hung councils. Once we have that report, we will then have a discussion, and post that we will start communicating with individual parties. Then after that, we will be able to come to you and say, yes, we're talking to X, Y, and Z. Right now, we are not going to use you as a negotiating tool.
All right, let's go back to the ANC and the metros here in Gauteng. Just very quickly, DSG, in terms of how you've performed in the last couple of years, what does the ANC attribute, the dwindling of its numbers in these metros?
As we said to eNCA yesterday, and I think twice yesterday, our concern is that the voter turnout, we anticipated there would be a low turnout. We discussed it. Our research showed us that we would have a low turnout. Mainly we attribute it in the main to the blackouts occasioned by Eskom. Secondly, we also looked at the impact of COVID on our people and the fact that over 2 years we've been living in a very abnormal situation. Thirdly, we went on the ground and our people gave us a very clear message. They told us about some of their concerns that they have. And we believe that no matter what the outcome is, this is a growing point for us. We will grow from here. It's a good place to be. We are not arguing about where we are. We are saying, well, the people have spoken, not all together yet. There's still 25% who must speak on that board. And we're not pessimistic, we're optimistic, and we believe that we can work with what we've got, and we will do a great job because we've made that commitment to the people, and we are also very, very, very clear about the renewal of the ANC.
I'm sorry, Jessie, I know you want to sit back down again. Talking about Eskom, you raised concern when they took us to level 4 load shedding last week. Obviously, it goes against the ANC's election manifesto, especially for this year, to give people reliable electricity. Some South Africans would say it's the same ANC that has gotten Eskom to where it is today. Your response?
Very interesting, some South Africans. Eskom is a utility provider for the entire country. They are the people who actually, they don't produce energy. They relate to all of us. We have to acknowledge as a country that the numbers of people who require electricity has grown over the years, as opposed to when we took power, only 5% of black South Africans had electricity. Now over 84% have. We know we need more energy. We do need more energy. We need a good mix of energy. We can't only rely on coal. We need to look at nuclear. We need to look at wind and solar and so on. And naturally, you always have to think about the resources for that and where that will come from and what will you take that resource from. Our view is we need to have energy as one of our top of mind deliverables in the next short term and medium term. So I think, from the national government's perspective, I'm sure you've heard the Minister of Energy speak on this. We are very clear that that is the direction to take and to move in rapidly. We must reach every South African. Energy also costs money, and partially the difficulty we might face is that not all South Africans are paying for the electricity that they consume, so we also have to have a culture change in our mindset on this matter. It's not just electricity, we're also concerned about water, and water is being provided in boreholes and in many other ways, but it has to be the best we can find. Our people deserve the best.
It is the governing party that has been looking after state utilities such as Eskom. Yes. We've had electricity issues since 2008. So what's taken the ANC so long to get to a point only now, after so long, to say we're moving?
You're not honest about this. The ANC took a decision to build 2 new power stations, and we convinced our government to do so, Kusile and Medupi.
But is that adequate? It hasn't been shown to be adequate so far.
When it was planned for 10,000 megawatts of electricity, which would have covered us adequately. There seems to have been some snitches and glitches in the commissioning of these two, and they're not producing as much as they should. So I think it is not correct to say that we've done nothing. That is what we did. It is
maybe not enough then?
It is not enough, but it is not nothing. Nothing is nothing, you know. And I think that we understand your mindset as the media. You've got to attack the ANC. We accept that.
Otherwise, the ANC, ma'am, it's anyone in government.
No, but you've only been attacking us. We the governing party. Thank you for the attack, because you sharpen us. You actually sharpen us so much. You make sure that we look at ourselves and we say, okay, that is what the middle strata represented by the eNCA is saying. We will work harder to prove you wrong.
Okay, thank you, DSG. Well, Tilasizwe, as you heard there, it again became a debate about eNCA. But anyway, what we draw from that is the fact that she's saying that she doesn't know anything about a call to Herman Mashaba in terms of a coalition. He says that the leader of the coalition negotiations within the ANC, Jeff Radebe, will be only sitting on Friday and will only be getting a mandate later on. So we don't know who called Herman Mashaba, but he said to us that it's someone within the top 6.
Yeah, no, look, Masego, I enjoyed that interview with Jessie Duarte. You were giving as good as you got, and so was she. I mean, it was really robust, an honest engagement. I think it was worth the time. You know, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So she says it wasn't her who called and reached out informally to Herman Mashaba. We have to wait until the National Working Committee sitting in extended fashion on Friday, which almost amounts to the NEC, for us to know. All right, thank you for that. eNCA's Masego Ratlaga engaging there in a robust fashion, really, with the ANC's Deputy Secretary-General. All is fair in that conversation. Criticisms on both sides and questions, tough questions being asked and answered. Whether you accept the answer or not, that's a different conversation altogether. But the robustness of the conversation, I love it.